The province of Newfoundland Labrador is currently seeking immigration as a way to boost its economic and population growth. And we realize that more and more immigrants will be coming into the province. Sharing our cultures is important for that aspect of making sure that when people come, they feel welcome. At least when the students come and they're in the schools, they feel welcome. And even when we have a public event, many newcomers come to it and they're able to meet people from their own culture and be able to network with them as well, which seems to be a good way for them to sort of feel at home. So the province has supported sharing our cultures through the Office of Immigration and Multiculturalism and made it possible for us to be able to share our cultures with the rest of the province. And that's an important piece in the Sharing Our Cultures program as well. So without that sort of support, it would have been a little difficult for us to do as much as we want, to expand as far as we want, and to use the type of technology that could meet the needs that we have currently and the goals that we want to reach as we look into the future and move forward with the program.
The government, and particularly the Department of Education, is certainly a key player in this. They're responsible for curriculum development in the province, and I think that their involvement and their funding for the province has been a real endorsement of the value of what Sharing Our Cultures brings to students, teachers, and other groups in the education system. Continued support by government is a key element for the success of Sharing Our Cultures, and I think as they do continue to fund and be involved, and government personnel and professional personnel are part of the planning for each year's event, I think that's a real endorsement of the program and evidence that it's got a future.
It was the first time I had seen the students really interact with Canadian students in the way, in a kind of a organized, formalized way. And the way it was set up that first year, it was a lot of focus groups and discussions, and it was very, it was like almost conference-like. And it was the students were so engaged in it, it was just amazing to see. At the beginning, there was very little in terms of support and service for ESL students, and there was a big group at Holy Heart, and I was the only person really designated to work with them. So we really didn't have a lot of time available or resources available to do a lot of the culture validation. The focus was really on academics and language, and so Sharing Our Cultures was the time when they got to really focus on themselves in terms of their own identities and cultures and all the stuff that wasn't school related. So it was hugely, hugely important.
What really impressed me is when I looked at the students, these young students, manning their booths, doing their presentations and so on, I kept thinking of the skills that they have learned in doing this, right from, brainstorming skills, I would imagine, problem-solving skills, what are we going to present, how are we going to present it, and then the communications skills, because, they are synthesizing quite a bit of information, and I'm sure that they're learning quite a bit about their own cultures and putting it all together in a way that it can be creatively and effectively presented to hundreds of students who come to visit the event.
Well, I think the Newfoundland students get to see the things that they see on the news and in television and in the media. It becomes real to them, that these countries that they hear about and they learn about in their curriculum, actually they're real people from there, and they're nice people and they're fun people, and they've learned from them. And there's so much positive to take away from those cultures. So I think it just makes the whole curriculum real for the students who are visiting. And I think that with the direction that the Department of Education is hoping to go with raising more global awareness and global skills in the Newfoundland community, I think it's a hugely important way to achieve those goals.
When students see other students who are different from them or people see someone that doesn't quite sound like them, there's always a hesitation, and sometimes, you know, there's a feeling that, oh, I don't want to have anything to do with that person because I don't really understand them. But I think as they interact together and learn from each other, there's more of an openness to embrace the differences, and an openness to accept and to respect, not only respect, but really accept that as I could learn from someone else that doesn't look like me or sound like me or was born in the same place I was born. And that is important to it as well. So I'd like to see more of that. I'd like to see us sharing our cultures, play a role in bringing peace and harmony and eliminating discrimination and racism in our province.